In a time when buying your own home can be out of reach and rent is no longer affordable, more and more families are finding themselves without a place to call home. And that's why affordable housing communities such as Mercy Housing are so very important. And they're celebrating 35 years next month. Carol Breslau joins us with more. Good to see you, Carol.
Good morning. Thank you for having us today.
Tell me a little bit more about Mercy Housing.
Mercy Housing is one of Denver's best kept secrets because we are the largest affordable housing provider in the country. We're based here in Denver, and we have actually owned and managed 17 properties across the state.
Wow, my goodness. You can go to their website if you'd like to find out more too, mercyhousing.org. But where are you located in Denver?
We're in downtown Denver, 1999 Broadway, but our properties are all over the state, as I said. We've got 3 in Durango, 1 in Fort Collins, and then the rest are in the metro area, primarily within the city and county of Denver.
Tell me the history of Mercy Housing.
Well, Mercy Housing was founded 35 years ago by the Sisters of Mercy. One of the sisters, Patricia O'Rourke, was a legal aid lawyer, and one day she came home to her community and said, every day I deal with people who are struggling to pay their rent, who have landlords who aren't responding to their needs, they're living in poor conditions, and we can do better than this. We as a community can do something about this issue of affordable housing, and that's how Mercy Housing was born 35 years ago. The very first property that Mercy Housing actually developed was in the state of Idaho.
Oh, goodness. Oh, well, we keep hearing, you know, homes are just going up and up and up and skyrocketing the prices. So when you talk about Mercy Housing and you talk about affordable housing, what does that mean to us?
Well, when you think about affordable housing, generally the rule of thumb is that you should spend 30% of your income on housing. And for a family of 4 that's at the poverty level in Colorado, that's $25,000 a year. So if you spend 30% of your income on housing, that leaves you about $1,400 a month to actually pay for all of the other things, like health care, clothes, school supplies, cell phones, all of those things. And so just think about that, you know.
It's impossible.
It's virtually impossible. So affordable housing is not just for people that you see on the street that are homeless, but it's for people who are hardworking and that have families and that have a tough time making ends meet and need 1, 2, and 3 jobs to actually make that happen. And if I can, I'll just tell a little story. At Mercy Housing, we have an employee who's worked for us for 13 years, and she is a hard worker in a support position who has a son who is a disabled adult. And over the last 4 years, every year when she has had to release her apartment, she's been faced with an increase in her rent that she's been unable to meet. And so what she's had to do is move from place to place to place. And she is actually on a waiting list at one of our properties, but the challenge is that there are also 3,000 other people on waiting lists as well. And it often takes up to 3 years before you can actually move into one of our affordable housing properties.
Oh, that's so tough. What sets you apart from other housing providers?
Well, we have a strong commitment to not only providing the affordable housing, a good quality, safe place for people to live, but also we are very committed to providing support services to our residents. And so when we talk about support services, what we try to do is provide them opportunities to create a foundation for their success. And so we help them address health and wellness issues. We help them getting GEDs, help them with resume development, things like that, things that they need to be able to succeed in the way that they want.
Let's hear from one of your residents. Her name is Brandy. She's a mom of 3 boys, and she moved to Stapleton after her apartment burned down.
In a time where rent is really, really high, it makes it a good place to be because the property is good, it's in a good neighborhood, neighbors are amazing. To me, Mercy Housing is such an important investment because it allows people to truly have a foundation, have homes, somewhere to come home to, be stress-free, provide for their kids, have time for their kids. It allows people to be able to live.
Oh, Wow, God bless that there's people
Right.
like you out there doing this work. But where do you get your funding?
So when we develop a property, we get the money from a variety of sources, primarily the low-income housing tax credit, but the services that we provide the residents that Brandy mentioned, we have to fundraise for. There's no particular source of funding, and so we really depend upon fundraising.
Quickly, we have 20 seconds, a big celebration.
Right. On October 6th at the Grand Hyatt, we are celebrating our 35th anniversary. And if you're interested in learning more about Mercy Housing or want to join us at that event, please go to our website, mercyhousing.org, and you can either purchase a ticket or you can make a donation to help support the services that our residents so desperately need.
Thank you so much, Carol.
Thank you.
Yes, great information. You can join the Home join the Home is Hope 35th anniversary celebration. There we go. It's next Friday, October 6th. It's at the Grand Hyatt Denver at 6 p.m. Register online. Go to mercyhousing.org. That's mercyhousing.org. And if you're in need of affordable housing, please call this number, 303-830-3300. That's 303-830-3300 to learn more.